Welcome to Swag, some wisdom and gear from college admission leaders. Today we are joined by Gil Villanueva, Associate VP and Dean of Admission at the University of Richmond. Gil, I want to start by giving you an opportunity to share your elevator pitch with an overview of Richmond and why students might want to consider it.
Well, thank you so much, Brandon. I really appreciate the opportunity to connect with students. Again, my name is Gil Villanueva, and this is my 11th year at the University of Richmond, year 29 overall. So students, I've been doing this for a while. I'm kind of ancient, right? I used to work at 3 other schools, and let me tell you, the University of Richmond is unique in the sense that for a national liberal arts university, it has the resources of a larger school. Of course, you've heard that before. Well, let me quickly explain. For a national liberal arts college, we actually have 5 schools, 3 undergraduate. Instead of your typical 40 majors for most liberal arts schools, we have over 100 majors and minors. Most national liberal arts schools have a Division 3 in their sports. We're Division 1, and we are the only Spiders out there. So go Spiders. We're small, but we're mighty, you guys. And we compete against schools that represent the entire state. And boy, they do not like it when we beat them. They do not like it at all. But that said, also, we also have other things that make us into a larger place, such as the amount of research that we do at the University of Richmond, not just with faculty, but for our students. We're one of maybe 5 schools in America that guarantees the funding for you as a student to do your own undergraduate research, guided, mentored by faculty, but it's your very own, or if you would like to pursue an unpaid internship or underpaid internship, all those 3 things, we will guarantee funding up to $4,000 for you to do. So that said, we're located in the city of Richmond, the capital of Virginia, lots going on, 1.2 million people, very diverse. And if you're a big eater like I am, over 900 different restaurants. And of course, our museums, over 25, are free to you. So that gives you a little overview.
Wow, I'm convinced. So now let's turn to kind of a lightning round of questions, and we'll start with one unique program offered at Richmond.
Well, I already talked about the Richmond Guarantee, that $4,000 program, but let me tell you about another program that we have. We're one of the few schools in America that is still both need blind in admission and meets 100% of demonstrated need. So we don't care about your ability to pay the cost of attendance when we're looking to build our orchestra of students from all over the United States and abroad. And at the same time, if you need $1, you get $1. And on top of that, we also have merit scholarships. The university will devote nearly $80 million a year just for over 3,000 students here at the University of Richmond. So we're really fortunate to be able to put together a class and not account for your ability to pay the cost. So we're happy about that as well.
That's great. What is one fun tradition at your institution that Spiders might enjoy?
We even have a page for traditions. We've been around since 1830, but here's my favorite, gang. It's called Color Wars. What better way for you to get to know other classmates, upper class students, than to put you all during orientation in a big giant field, and you're wearing whatever clothes you don't mind getting beat up, right, including shoes, and we're all gonna give you all a bucket of paint. Each class will represent a certain color, and there'll be food and music all over the place, and there's gonna be a big giant horn, and the next thing you know, you're out there splashing each other with all different colors and getting to know one another. And then after that event, you're all gonna get cleaned up as first-year students, and you're gonna go ahead and have a dinner with the president. So it'll be a great time. It's called Color Wars.
That sounds really cool. Probably quite something to watch too.
Oh, it's craziness, craziness.
What's your favorite spot on campus, Gil?
Well, outside of our awesome dining hall where everything is, made on the spot. Everything is sustainable, farm to table, all that good stuff. I have to say that my favorite spot in the place is the lake. We have our own lake, and you can't swim in it though. Can't swim in it. There's snapping turtles in there, and some of the geese are pretty mean, just so you know. But it's a beautiful spot. Have a little picnic, grab your lunch, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and just relax and just kind of just take all the scenery in and get a little nature in there.
Yeah, I've walked around. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
So we're going to kind of take it out a bit and talk about admission in general, and would love to hear what you think is kind of the greatest myth in college admission.
Well, I think there's many, many myths out there, but you are also fortunate, right, that you have access to awesome counselors like Mr. Bernard and others that will dispel so many of these things for you. But to me, the biggest myth out there is about financial aid. Financial aid exists for all types of students, and there are different types of financial aid. There's need-based financial aid, which is the most common, and then there's merit-based financial aid. I don't want you all to dismiss any institution because, oh, we can't afford it. Do a little bit of research, figure out what all the schools offer in terms of financial aid, and get really good information. Information from the source, from your counselors, from educators like Mr. Bernard and others. And also, don't be afraid to contact us. College can be affordable. You just have to do your research, right? You just got to do your research. Once you've accounted for your fit and your match, right? Then you want to figure out, okay, well, from an affordability standpoint, you're going to want to know how much out of my pocket, out of my family's pocket. And then you can make some pretty good decisions in terms of which schools you're going to apply to. Last but not least, now it's been going on for 8 years now. There's a thing called net price calculator that every school in America must have, right? So go to the websites, type in NPC or net price calculator. You and your caregivers can input information. And remember, good information, you get good estimates. And the word is estimates, but it'll give you an idea what it might be like out of your pocket to attend the different schools. And some of them will even give you an idea if you already qualify or would qualify for a merit scholarship. So take care of that, students. Got to do your research.
That's great advice. Great advice. What about one truth about college admission?
Well, here's the truth. The truth is this is all about people, right? I am obviously a human, and my team, my colleagues are, your counselors are as well. So when we're talking about a human process, it's very important for you to understand this is not driven by numbers. It's not just about numbers. It's true that many institutions, particularly, some institutions that are quite selective, of course, you're looking into, what we call a self-selecting situation where such a vast majority of the students are kind of similar from an academic standpoint. But nonetheless, all of these colleges and universities are looking to have very good community members on their respective campuses. Again, I mentioned earlier, we're trying to build an orchestra, and that means I can't have an orchestra if everyone plays the violin, right? We want students from all different backgrounds because this is how we're going to best learn. This is the right thing to do. But at the same time, we want to make sure that you're going to be a good community member. We're going to ask about, well, will you be a good roommate? We're going to look into your essays, and we're going to look into your recommendations. So many of these colleges that are selective are not just going to look at numbers, but we're also going to look at you and your character. And hopefully it's a good fit for our campus. So that is a truth. It's a human process.
It's a great message. And just as long as you don't go off pitch, you're all set. You've talked a bit about financial aid, but what are some other things that students should know about affordability and access?
Well, I have to tell you, there's a lot of studies right now and articles out there that young people, Generation Z, you all, I have two of my own that are Generation Z, sometimes we're afraid of the word loans, right? Loans are not a bad thing, so long as you take the right kind of loan and not too much of it, right? So there are three parts to a need-based financial aid award. You have the grants and scholarship, money so you don't have to pay back. And when my son and daughter received grant money, we're like, yay, right? Awesome. And then there's work study, right? Monies that kind of has been set aside for you to earn, right? It's like a checking account. You work so many hours, you get paid so many for the hours that you work for that week. And then there are loans. If you take the kind of loans where there's not a lot of it, but it'll allow you to attend the school that you really want to attend, then that's okay. Understand that the national average for loans is anywhere, after 4 years, gang, 4 years, is anywhere between $24,000 to $27,000. Now that sounds like a lot, but don't forget, if that school that you end up attending will put you in a position to realize bigger and better things, right? A job that will allow you to pay off those loans or go to the graduate or professional school that you might want to attend, well, that loan then becomes an investment in you. Believe me, students, I took loans out, low income immigrant family, and I just love financial aid. Mwah!
Thank you. All right, last question. As students come to campus, what is the best question they can ask, and what would your answer be?
The best question you can ask is, wow, what is it like to be a student here? And how will Richmond meet my needs? That would be the best question you can ask us.
And your answer? I guess it depends on what your needs are, right?
Absolutely. But I have to tell you, schools like Richmond, everything is for and about undergraduate students. Everything revolves around you and faculty. You are at the core of what we do best. And I'm going to brag a little bit, students. This is one of the wealthiest schools in America per capita. And if we are that, and everything is for about you and student and faculty, the prospect of being spoiled, getting spoiled, is not a possibility. It's a probability. Not bad.
That is a great note to end on. Thanks, Gil. That's some great wisdom. And now it is time for the gear. So we are going to reach into our swag bag and see what you sent us. There it is, the mighty Spider. Richmond little windbreaker. Thank you so much. We will see you next time on Swag from the College Guidance Network.
Thank you, Mr. Bernard. Appreciate it. Take care, students.